Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to be talking about Raja Jaxxon, or Rampage Jackson's son, because on the 23rd of August 2025 at a Knox Pro wrestling event, he ended up basically committing attempted murder. So he went to this wrestling event to do a live stream, and backstage he was meeting all the wrestlers, and one of the wrestlers was a guy named Syco Stu, whose real name is Stuart Smith. And as he was meeting these wrestlers, that Syco Stu basically plays a heel in wrestling, so he plays like the bad guy. And he saw the cameras and saw, Raja streaming, and he thought, hey, this must be maybe some promotional stuff. They're trying to build up a story. This guy must be a paid actor. It's all part of the wrestling organization. And so I'm going to play the heel. And he basically turned around and talked some shit to Raja and ended up busting a beer can, or what looked like a beer can, over Raja's head, because Syco Stu thought that Raja was an actor. Now, this beer can, I doubt it was a real beer can. It's probably one of those prop ones with how easily it burst, and it didn't hurt Raja, or it didn't look like it hurt Raja. And Raja didn't take too kindly to that, right? Basically got up in his face. One of the other wrestlers had to split up him and Syco Stu because it looked like Raja was going to beat the absolute shit out of him. Now, that Syco Stu then realized, after his wrestling buddies told him, that this wasn't fake, this wasn't a paid actor, that Raja had no idea, what was going on, and that Syco Stu basically ended up busting a beer can over his head, and the guy wasn't a paid actor, right? So Syco Stu ended up, profusely apologizing, pretty much saying, hey, I didn't know, I thought you were an actor, I thought we were doing a bit, trying to create a storyline.
I apologize. I appreciate it. I didn't know. I thought you were working. I get it.
And the thing is that Raja actually accepted this apology, right? He was like, yeah, okay, I get it. It's cool. Basically saying, yeah, I understand, you see me coming with cameras. I would think the same thing as well, that I'm a paid actor or something. So basically what ended up happening afterwards is that, I believe in order to squash the beef, one of the other wrestlers invited Raja later on into the wrestling ring. And I think the whole point was for him to just kind of do like a double leg on that Syco Stu and then fake punch him, right? As part of like an apology, like, hey, I'm sorry, I busted like a fake beer can over your head. I didn't know you weren't an actor. So here, come and get your revenge and be part of the show. But Raja, instead, he pretty much done like a fucking 180. And instead of doing like a double leg takedown, he decided to pick Syco Stu pretty much above his head and body slam him. Now, this body slam ended up knocking out Syco Stu. And while Syco Stu was unconscious, Raja ended up delivering 20 plus full-blown punches to Syco Stu's face. And so basically, I'm pretty sure he ended up flatlining this Syco Stu and broke facial bones. He lost teeth. There was a lot of blood everywhere, and that Syco Stu was hospitalized. Now, apparently, his condition is stable, and he is probably going to pull through. But obviously, it's still a terrible situation. And Raja even said on live stream that, I'm going off script. This is what I'm going to do to Syco Stu. Pretty much admitting to his stream that, yeah, I'm not just going to, do a little double leg and pretend fake punch him. I am going to do what he basically done to him. I'm going to body slam him and fully just beat the shit out of him until somebody drags me off of him. That's what he said on live stream, and that's exactly what he done.
I'm not going to fake it. Exactly. They don't want me. They don't want me in there for real, because I'm not going to fake it. Watch.
That's what you get.
Now, I don't know if you will get attempted murder for it or not, because basically, the wrestlers invited him onto the ring to act and to double leg him, etc. And so maybe the court will look at it and go, well, actually, you did invite him to do something along those lines, and that's exactly what he done. But the problem is that that wasn't what was asked of him. He was supposed to just double leg him, throw a fake punch, and that was it. And Raja going overboard, body slamming the guy, KOing him, and then punching his unconscious body 20 plus times, and even admitting to the stream that he's going to go off script and he's not going to do what they told him to do, the court might look at that as attempted murder. They might say, well, you were supposed to do X, you went overboard, you done Y, you admitted to your crime before doing it, so you're going to get sentenced to prison. Now, Rampage apologized on Instagram for his son's behavior. His son at the time didn't look very bothered about his behavior. I'm pretty sure his coach called him and he was like, oh, my bad, and just hung up the phone. He didn't really look too, bothered about the fact that he almost killed a guy and could have killed him if he didn't pull through in the ICU in the hospital. So we'll see what happens. Luckily for Raja, his dad is a multi-millionaire, so if bail is something crazy high like $500,000 or $1 million, Rampage probably does have the money to bail him out. But the reality is, should he, right? Because is he going to learn his lesson? I mean, he almost killed a dude. And if his dad bails him out, that's not really a lesson learned. He's probably just going to think in the future that he can go around beating people and, from death, and that his old man is just going to bail him out. So who knows what's going to happen. Hopefully the guy does pull through and his condition doesn't get worse. But it looks like he is going to be fine. And well, if Raja is lucky, maybe he'll get a slap on the wrist, maybe he'll get a fine, maybe he'll only get a few months in jail. But if they do hit him with attempted murder, well, who knows? He might spend the next 10, 15, 20 plus years in prison. So hope it was worth it.